So I'm going to actually close out of this Notester suite of tools, and I'm going to transition to our first main topic, which is connecting external devices using the HDMI viewer app floating around there in the center of your screen. When you want to connect those external devices, such as iOS devices, phones, and tablets, we walk through a simple connecting procedure. So I'm going to demonstrate by using an iOS device, an iPhone, and the Lightning port. The procedure is the same if you're connecting a laptop. You would just connect it through the HDMI port instead of the Lightning port. All other steps will be the same. So first step is to actually create that connection with your device. I'm going to insert into my Lightning port here. If you're using an iOS device, it might ask you for security clearance. Do you trust this device? Just go ahead and authenticate that trusted device. You'll get an indicator that your device is being charged, a nice little perk of having that Lightning port. And then the next step is to select the proper source, like I mentioned, on your source selector. So since I'm using a Lightning device, I will click the Lightning in button. It actually will light up and indicate which source it's currently connected to as a visual reminder. Once that's set, I simply launch the HDMI viewer, and it's going to give me a display of my home screen of that device. Now, the image here on my screen, I don't know how clear it's coming through on the Zoom meeting, but it's a little blurry, a little pixelated. That's because it defaults at a lower resolution. So the simple solution to that is to enter your settings here on the bottom right of your control dock. It will pop up a submenu. And then within there, you can see a resolution window. So if I tap that resolution window, I can see it's defaulting at 720p, which is not bad. But when we bump that up to 1080p and select save to save that setting, get a nice, crisp, high definition image. Now I can control this by interacting with my iOS device directly. I'm not going to be able to control my iOS device with the panel screen itself. Apple doesn't really allow anyone to do that, but you can easily access and scroll through your programs with the device right there, and you will be able to snap screenshots, annotate directly on these apps and programs, so you can still interface with that or interact with the overlay there. You just won't be able to navigate through your phone on your panel's screen. So be mindful of that.